everyone, Alex at Corumdale Farm. It is 6 a.m. The sun is rising. It's already 80 degrees, and I thought I would bring you along as I got out into the garden and did some pruning and maintenance, weeding. I'm gonna water, just general maintenance I want to get done before the heat of the day sets in, before the babies wake up inside. Just bring you along as I do some of my tending chores. Let's go. Got my bucket of supplies here. Got my Foco pruner, shovel, and some garden twine that I like to use to tie things up for support. Got my kneeling board, and of course, my iced coffee. Let's get to work. I'm not sure if you can tell, but just since my squash video a couple days, I feel like they've already grown at least 6 inches. But got a squash flower opening up. I haven't really seen many bees, so I might need to come in here, find one of my daughter's paintbrushes, and hand pollinate to get things going. But now I need to look for squash eggs. I'm cutting these lower leaves off because they were some of the original leaves of the plant. And it's laying on the ground, and I don't want leaves and part of the plant resting on the ground for disease and crawlies. And it also just helps with airflow, keeping the plant nice and high. The strawberry bed is filling in nicely with the nasturtium and a couple cucumbers at the end. Every once in a while I come in here and I pinch off the flowers. In the first year of strawberries, I want these guys focused on setting roots and growing big underneath so that next year I can have a big strawberry harvest. Gotta start helping these guys climb up the trellis. This trellis doesn't have lots of holes for them to crawl into. There's some big gaps, so I'm coming in here and giving them a little assist. Once this all fills in, you won't even be able to see the ties. of my desire to keep things healthy and free of disease, especially in this humidity and heat that we have. I need to increase airflow with the plants. So I'm going to go in with my dahlias and cut out all the bottom leaves so that it's not harboring a lot of moisture and a perfect place for fungus and disease to pop up. Along with pruning, tying up, and weeding, I'm also going to do a little bit of planting. I've got here some gladiolus gladiola, that want to go in the ground, that need to go in the ground. And now that some things are growing more in the garden, I see some places that they might fit in. I'm going to pop some more over there today, I think. I already got some gladiolas growing right here. They're doing well. I need to spray them a little bit for some damage. But now that they're growing, I see that I have some pocket space in between them. And I think this is a good way to succession plant. I can plant these new guys in between. And so when these guys are spent and cut down, I have another crop coming right up. That didn't work. Flew right back in my face. All right, let's see. 9. That's pretty good. Like to go through my peppers or tomatoes every day. Pinch out those suckers. Give them a little shake for pollination. But an important thing is the unfun task of weeding. Now that I've weeded, I've pruned and trimmed, I've tied up, I've done a walk around to inspect things. The last thing I want to do is I want to give everything a really good water at its base as much as possible. I still need to get a hose wand because it just makes it easier to get right down into the roots instead of overhead watering, which again just promotes more disease and humidity issues. So I'm going to pull my hose out, I'm going to give everything a really good soak, and hopefully that fresh water really sustains them throughout the 96-degree high we're going to have today. So everything will be watered and prepare for the sun. Where are you, sun? The sun to fully rise and hopefully not bake them. Here we go. I'm sitting here at my little cafe table with my beans and the sun rising. I can't wait till this covers and I can just have a little shady spot to rest. I got everything done. I got watering, pruning, tying up, weeding. I like to do a check, just a visual walk around of everything to see what's going on. I noticed some bug damage on my beans, and so instead of spraying now when the leaves are also wet and they just got to water, I'm going to come in later tonight, probably around 8 p.m. and give everything a good neem oil spray. I didn't see any bugs, but I know they're present because I see the damage. So I'm going to do that. I haven't sprayed in about a week, and I think I'm going to be needing weekly treatments here in Oklahoma. So I got that done. I just wanted to bring you along on this of what I do to keep the garden looking nice. Sometimes I post my videos, my YouTube videos on Facebook just to share and show what I'm working on and everything. And Facebook's a little bit of a minefield of humanity. You can get a lot of criticism, a lot of nasty comments, which is okay. It doesn't really bother me. It's more the incorrect principles that I see shared on there than it is about me taking it personally. And probably the biggest complaint or criticism I get is, you can never keep your garden that tidy. You must have staff. That's not realistic. My garden doesn't look like that. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, of course, some of that's projecting, but I just wanted to show that it is possible to have clean gravel and walkways in your garden. It is possible to stay on top of your chores. It is possible to not feel like you're being run by your garden, but that you're actually master of your space. But it takes effort. I spent probably a couple hours out here getting everything done. Now, of course, you don't have to do everything one fell swoop. You can have a pruning day, a weeding day, a watering day, and just with the weekend, things got a little bit ahead of me, and so I had it all to do in one morning. But I also enjoy it, and it was enjoyable to be out here listening to the birds, seeing the sunrise, and it's possible to keep your garden looking nice. I put a lot of work into these spaces, and so I just wanted to show you a little bit of my tasks I do to keep it looking nice. And in full disclosure, I mean, the beginning of the season is easier. Things are not growing as fast. The plants are tiny, the tasks are small, but I'm really starting to enter that season where things are growing. Like I showed you my zucchinis. It felt like they grew 6 inches in 2 days. So things are really going to be picking up. And if I'm not disciplined, I'm not getting out here, you're right. I'm going to have weeds everywhere. I'm going to be attacked by the bean arch. Things are going to be out of control. Genesis 3 tells us we are to take dominion of the land, because things will get out of control and they'll get messy, they'll get overrun, they'll get diseased and unhealthy if we as gardeners, are not out there tending. So I hope you enjoyed this little join me in the garden. I plan to do a tour, a June garden tour, a full tour, show you everything in a couple weeks. I'm going to wait a little closer to the end of June because the snapdragons are so close to blooming, the sunflowers are so close to blooming. So I want to be able to include that in the tour of not just green, but some color from the flowers. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.